Good afternoon. We'll now start. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to this pep talk this afternoon. Please mute yourself, but always show your video picture. Sign in your name, your Facebook account, or email address in the chat box. Please include the names of companions attending with you. Use the chat box to ask questions and make comments while the pep talk is on. There will be group pictures at the start and end of the pep talk, so please show your faces in the video. Another reminder, please take the online Learning Com Evaluation Test exercise or OLETE for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate like this one. Okay, shown here. I have placed the link in the chat box. And then another reminder, obtaining 25 OLETE certificates will entitle one Menti 2A voucher one voucher for a RO Hoson medical consultation, either face-to-face or telemedical. Another request, please type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum and before we adjourn. Thank you. Let's now have a group picture taking before we start the pep talk proper in 2 minutes. Please turn on your video now. Okay. Okay, ready? One, two, three. I have a patient empowerment program in which I like to empower the lay people or patients to take control in the management of their health. I started the pep talk on May 15, 2021 during the COVID-19 pandemic. There are 3 courses in the pep talk. I completed the core course on October 9, 2021. And then from October 23, 2021 onwards, I've been tackling health disorder and health issue courses. This is actually our 203 pep talk. Okay. May 17, 2025 marks the start of year number 5 for the RO Hoson pep talk. How long the pep talk will last will depend on the enthusiasm, discipline, and perseverance of everybody, you and me. My pep talk today is entitled Importance of Follow-ups After Medical Consult and Treatment. The empowerment objective is for the lay people to have an essential knowledge on the importance of follow-ups during or after medical consult or treatment and treatment as part of their health management. The contents of this pep talk will be the following. Let's define what is a follow-up after medical consult and treatment. What is the difference between follow-up and check-up? Palaging naririnig natin may check-up most of the time. Pero hindi gaano yung follow-up. But follow-up is a frequently used term also. Number 3, what are the purposes and importance of follow-up after medical consult and treatment? And then lastly, what are our Ohoson or my recommendations on putting into action the knowledge of the purposes and importance of follow-up after medical consultation and treatment. Disclaimer, the RO Hoson Pep Talk will contain my thoughts, perceptions, opinions, and recommendations, or TPORs, called from personal experiences as well as from writings of other health professionals. So let's start with the first question. What is a follow-up after medical consult and treatment? So as I said, check-up is a more commonly used term. It may be follow-up and checkup may be used interchangeably, okay, but strictly speaking, there's a difference. A follow-up after medical consult and treatment refers to the ongoing, yung tuloy-tuloy pa, medical care a patient receives after completing the initial consult and treatment for a health concern, condition, or disease. So pagpunta ng pasyente sa isang doktor, they have health concern, whatever they are, kung minsan, meron silang specific disease, meron akong goiter, meron akong breast cancer, gano'n. Yung iba naman, just based on the symptoms. Yeah, we call that condition. No? Masakit ang tiyan ko, masakit ang ulo ko, wala pang specific disease. No? So during this initial consult, we call that initial consult. We don't call that follow-up. No? Okay. So the uh, the reason for the consult might be a checkup or a purpose to for them to have the doctors diagnose, okay, and manage the disease. No? Okay. So a follow-up means after the initial consult. No? Palaging pag sinabing follow-up, after. So there must be an initial or first consultation. So what is the difference between follow-up and check-up? Check-up is a visit to a physician who will perform a medical examination which consists of interview and physical examination initially. Okay. Palaging meron yan, hindi lang lab exams right away. No? Okay. And then, so who will perform medical examination usually to assess the general status of the patient who is asymptomatic, who wants a health screening. So sabihin nila, I want to have a checkup. Usually, one connotation there, wala siyang symptoms, walang complaint yung pasyente, gusto lang niya malaman kung meron siyang mga sakit. No? Okay. And then the other purpose is that when you use checkup, it's used to mean to be monitored for possible recurrence of a previously resolved medical condition or the disease, or for surveillance. Example, baka meron siyang dating cancer, nawala na, so magpapa-check up siya, no? Magpapa-check up siya kasi wala siyang nararamdaman just for monitoring. Ngayon, kung meron siyang cancer, meron pa siyang nararamdaman, ang follow-up ang tawag noon. Follow-up, no? So, So the first visit to a physician may be a check-up reason. Okay. So magpapatingin siya for screening or for surveillance, or meron siyang problema, then that's what they call, it's called consultation for a health concern or problem. Okay. So basically, these are the two reasons why you have the check-up. Yung first visit, if you go for a check-up, meron ka bang, you want to know whether you have a disease, or you want to know what is the diagnosis of a health concern that you have at the moment. No? Now, after the first visit, the second visit and subsequent visits, no, depending on the situation, kung na-resolve na o hindi, kung di pa na-resolve, usually follow-up, or we call that follow-up visit. The follow-up is the ongoing medical care, okay, of a patient the patient receives after completing the initial, palaging may initial consult and treatment for health concern, condition, or diseases. And that follow-up, your second visit at least, okay, may be considered a check-up if it is now done for surveillance purpose, no? After the initial concern has been resolved. So yung after the first visit, wala nang problema, gusto na lang niya pa-check up, no? We can call that yung follow-up check-up, no? Okay. Or meron pa siyang problema, no? Hindi pa tapos hindi pa na-resolve, no? So yung second visit niya or subsequent visits, that will continue to be called follow-up visit. That is, if the initial concern has not completely been resolved. Oftentimes, follow-up and check-ups are used interchangeably in the practice of medicine, especially even among doctors, no? Hindi nila na-differentiate between the two, no? So in this pep talk, we will focus on follow-up, and we will define it as the subsequent visit after the first visit or first consult to a physician. So this assumes that there is an ongoing medical care that needs to be done after the first visit or the first result. Dito tayo magfo-focus on the discussion on follow-up for this particular pep talk. And the ongoing medical care may be anything, either monitoring or surveillance, etc. So what are the purposes and importance of follow-ups after medical consult and treatment? Follow-up after treatment is a critical part of patient care. Kasama yun sa paggagamot sa pasyente. No? Its importance lies in several ways. So there are 6 at least. It can be more. I will add one more later on. So number 1 is monitoring recovery. Number 2, detecting complications or side effects of the treatment or other related complications not related to the treatment. Baka may bagong diseases. Number 3, evaluating treatment effectiveness. Number 4, supporting long-term disease management. Yung sakit na matagalan like diabetes, cancer, etc. Providing ongoing patient education and support. So, then building a doctor-patient relationship. So these are the 6 basic importance of a follow-up. The other one that I will add will be it will help you establish a more definite diagnosis, which I will discuss later on. Here on the side, additional purpose of follow-up from patients from the physician's point of view, no? Okay, will be monitoring of the diagnosis. Okay, this came from my own writing, hindi ko nakikita sa mga literature yan, no? Okay, so pag nagfa-follow up ako, sinusundan ko yung course of the disease of the patient, no? And then in the process, I'm trying to monitor kung tama ang diagnosis before o baka may bagong diagnosis lumalabas, no? Okay. So this is not frequently mentioned in the internet, in the literature, and even by the doctors. So among the 6 mentioned here, hindi siya kasama dito, no? Ang nakalagay lang dito, monitoring recovery, no? Yung sa akin, dadagdagan ko, monitoring the diagnosis of the patient's problem, no? Or the conditions. So let's expound a little further on the first one, monitoring recovery. So this is to along the line of ensuring healing, monitor my recovery just to make sure that the patient is healing properly. So follow-ups helps assess whether the patient is recovering as expected after surgery or medical treatment. Titingnan ko talagang gumagaling. And then, itatrack yung symptoms resolution. So ongoing symptoms can be evaluated to determine if additional care is needed. Okay. Sabihin natin, inuubo yung pasyente initially, tapos ginagamot, no? Let's say COVID, ganon. Then after follow-up, kung nawawala o hindi. No? Okay. Number 2 importance will be detecting complications early. So the side effects of the medications, infections, and surgical complications can be caught early if that's be the case. Okay, so the follow-up tries to identify the adverse effects, no, of the disease, of the treatment, no? And then worsening conditions that can worsen the situations so that there will be a timely intervention which can prevent minor issues from becoming a serious issue. Okay, so para maagapan, yung tinatawag na maagapan kung may nakitang problema, ma-control, and then to make sure that it's not proceed to a worsened stage. Evaluating treatment effectiveness. So determine if the treatment is achieving its intended goal. Okay, kung nakukuha yung objective ng treatment, so assess the outcome. Then also, you can adjust the treatment plans. Kung yung initial plan is ineffective, then follow-up allows for timely adjustment. No? Okay. Aayusin lang konti or baka major kung depende kung baka iba yung diagnosis lumabas. No? Number four, supporting long-term disease management, such as in chronic conditions like diabetes, hypertension, cancer, which requires continuous management and monitoring. Okay. Usually lifetime ito diabetes, hypertension, and cancer, usually lifetime checkup yan no? Follow-up, no? Okay. So yung follow-up, pag may diabetes, may hypertension, may cancer, usually at least may follow-up. Yung follow-up can either be a follow-up or a check-up. Kung na-control na yung diabetes, baka check-up na lang. Kung hindi pa, itutuloy pa rin ang follow-up no, para hanggang makontrol yung diabetes. No? So another importance of this in terms of long-term disease management is to prevent a recurrence. No? Okay. So in cases like cancer and infection, follow-up helps detect and manage any recurrence. So kung cancer, pwede mag-recur, yeah, check up if a follow-up, no? Kung may magre-recur o hindi. Kung may mag-recur, para maayos, no? Providing ongoing patient education and support. So if you meet the doctor at least twice, yung first one meron ng patient education, pero majority of doctors do not provide that, no? Pero yung at least kung may subsequent, second, third, or fourth visits, meron talagang continuing patient education and support. So yung follow-up, yung second visit or third visit, it can reinforce the instructions given by the doctor. They can review and reinforce the medication that are being used, then how to take care of the wound, kung may adjustment, kung papalitan, no? And then lifestyle modifications and preventive measures. Then while doing these visits, no, follow-up, we can address the concerns of the patients. Yung mga pasyente, kadalasan may mga tanong, no? Dapat meron kasi medicine is so broad, maraming, kahit even doctors do not know everything because we don't know a lot of everything about diseases, may mga questions lumalabas. So a patient can ask questions and then clarify doubts during follow-up visits. So the follow-up visits can give the patients the opportunity to ask more questions hanggang ma-educated sila at matulungan sila sa pag-alaga ng sariling katawan. No? Building doctor-patient relationship. Okay, so pag palaging kasama yung nag-interact yung doctor at pasyente, no? So you can see that it can foster trust and cooperation. So kung di na bumalik yung pasyente, baka walang trust, no? Okay. So pag merong pabalik-balik yung pasyente, usually that it implies that there is trust and cooperation, no? Between the doctors, trust from the patients to the doctors. Okay. Then improve adherence. Patients who feel supported are more likely to follow medical advice. No? Kung trusted yung doctor ng pasyente, usually, susunod ng susunod. Kung di trusted, usually, ititigil na yung mga advice ng mga doktor. No? Okay. I have a short clips here, okay, which I will play it later on na lang, ha? Kasi I was not able to hook it online here, but this is the URL, no? I'll go back to this later on. Okay. So what are the R.O. Hosson's recommendations on putting into action the knowledge of purposes and importance of follow-ups after medical consult and treatment? Okay. I like to declare that I am a physician who is concerned with the health outcomes and status of my patients after they decided to consult me. Pag pumunta yung pasyente sa akin, okay, I'm concerned with the outcomes and status. And after I advise them what to do, after I prescribe medications, if indicated, and after I operated on them, if needed, if indicated also. I will stop showing concerns on them only if they have decided to call it quits with me. Kung sinabi nila, ayoko na sa'yo, okay lang sa akin. So that's the time that I stop showing concerns. But if they keep on trusting me, cooperating with me, I will continue to look after the concerns of the patients and also at the health outcomes and the status. If a follow-up ko, if a follow-up until everything is clear, until ayaw na sa akin ng pasyente. Okay? Ideally, I should have a schedule of follow-ups for my patients with specific dates and times, but it is impractical as the intervals can be as long as 1 year after. No? Usually pwedeng 6 months, 2 months, 1 month, no? Maraming variations, no? At maraming pasyente also. Okay? Ideally, I should have a reminder for my patients on follow-up schedule. Again, it is impractical as there are too many of them, and most of the time, the patients cannot commit to a schedule. Kahit nasabihin mo, after 1 month, balik kayo, hindi man nila kumisa masusunod because of conflict of schedule, a lot of reasons, baka baha, o kaya ano, no? Bad weather. Okay. So in the end, I leave it up to the patients to remember and remind themselves of their need to follow up and when. I leave it up to them to decide whether they will still return for follow-up. I give them the freedom of choice. Okay. So, but I'm concerned with their health outcomes. I want to have a follow-up. No, ideally, I should remind them, pero there's a way of telling them the importance of follow-up, and then I leave it up to them whether they will comply or not. Okay. So I make sure that in the medical records that I gave them, I usually give all patients a copy of my medical records. No? There is a noted timeline for follow-ups. No? Sasabihin ko, back 1 week, back 2 weeks, back 1 month, back 3 months, back 6 months, back 12 months for follow-up or for check-up or for follow-up only. Ganon, something like that. So I think this is the best that I can do and then leave it up to the patient to comply or not. No? Hindi ko kayang i-force yung pasyente to come back exactly after 1 week, 2 weeks. No? I just put on the records that I have advised them to come back at this time. After that, I leave it up to them. No? Okay. The other thing that I should be doing as part of my reinforcement is to remind them of the importance of follow-up after the initial medical consultation and treatment. Orally at least, during the consult, sinasabi ko, magpa-check up po kayo, ha, importante yon, no? And then, I usually reinforce with the write-up and patient education in my blogs and social media. This is what I've been doing, no? And then, in fact, ito yung an illustration is this particular pep talk. Okay, nire-reinforce ko yung importance of follow-ups among my patients. Okay. So I like to enjoin every patient to understand the importance of follow-up after medical consult and treatment. I like to enjoin also every patient to have a follow-up with their physicians as indicated and as needed. Okay. So, importante may follow-up, pero yung anong reasons as indicated, kung kailan as needed. Okay? However, every patient has the right to stop being followed up by a physician. If he or she does not want to anymore, or if she calls it quit with the previous physician, or he can have another physician. Basta importante may follow-up. Kung sa isa original physician, she calls it quit because for one reason or another, baka malayo, hindi niya kayang puntahan, okay, magastos puntahan, hindi niya gusto, okay, pwede niyang i-stop yung follow-up with that physician, but my advice is continue to have a checkup with a follow-up with another physicians as indicated and as needed. Okay. So one last thing that I like to add on the importance of follow-up from the point of view of physicians, but with advantage to the patients also, is that with follow-up, the diagnosis can be definitely established. We all know that usually there's no such thing as 100% certainty in all the diagnoses. Okay? So over time, tuloy-tuloy yan, no? Monitor yung diagnosis as to its accuracy, as it to its correctness. So the initial diagnosis, let's say the first consult, no, maybe certain, but as I said, no such thing as 100 certainty. Baka magkamali rin. 90, at least 99%, may 1% uncertain. Or at times, the diagnosis may be uncertain, let's say only 60%, 50%, no? Okay. Or it may be wrong, no? Kung minsan nagkakamali rin yung mga because of the clinical presentations and also based on the good judgment of the doctor, nagkakamali rin, no? But with follow-up and with further observation and monitoring, the diagnosis can either be firm up, no? If a firm up means validated na isus continuing to tama kasi tama to say that tama pala ito, sige, tama over time, no? Or it can be changed na kung nakita ng doktor na may pagbabago sa symptoms, no? Baka the diagnosis has to be changed. So during follow-up, it's either the diagnosis, it's firm up, okay, supported and validated, parang stay put to that diagnosis, or it can be changed. Then in case of wrong initial or misdiagnosis at times, this can be corrected as soon as possible with follow-ups. Okay? Kasi kung walang follow-ups, kung may wrong diagnosis, hindi malalaman ng doktor. No? Okay. So, summary takeaway, I have discussed all these items here. What is a follow-up after medical consult and treatment? What is the difference between follow-up and check-up? What are the purposes and importance of follow-up after medical consult and treatment? And what are the R.O. Hawson recommendations on putting into action knowledge of purposes and importance of follow-up after medical consult and treatment? Takeaway in relation to patient empowerment, be always in touch with the reliable medical information on the importance of follow-ups after medical consult and treatment. Knowledge is power, it gives power. Use the 4Ks of patient empowerment, kaalaman, kakayanan, karapatan, and kapangyarihan to gain greater control over decisions and make better decisions on the follow-ups after medical consult and treatment as part of your health management. So with that, I end my pep talk today. I hope I have empowered you to have an essential understanding and knowledge on the importance of follow-ups after medical consult and treatment as part of your health management. Before we go to the QA, reminder after the pep talk, please take the OLETE for Mastery of Learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate like this. I placed the link in the chat box. Okay. And then another reminder, obtaining 25 OLETE certificates will entitle one mentee to a voucher for R.O. Hawson medical consultation, either face-to-face or telemedical. Then another request, please type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum and before we adjourn. Thank you. Let's now have a group picture taking before we start with the QA and interactions. Let's turn on your video now and show your faces. Now, later on, I will try to click on the rears, the other video, which I will try to retrieve. No? Okay. Let's now have a group picture taking. Okay. Ready? All set. 1, 2, 3. I will try to wait. So wait. Can you? No sound. Can you hear it? No sound. How do you get the sound? Wait. Stop share. Let me try again. Google. How come there's no sound? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you read it? Ulitin ko lang ha. Naririnig niyo? Abet?
Hindi
No,
po.
Wala
Ha?
daw.
Naririnig
Wala
niyo?
daw.
Ha?
no,
Wala po.
no audio.
Wala daw.
Okay, tapos
Okay. What?
Walang sound.
Walang sound. How do you get the sound?
Listen to the audio.
Ah.
Aming mga doktor para ma-check namin kung kamusta yung pasyente after ng mga treatment na binigay namin o yung gamot. Ito sa ER lagi ko tong nakikita eh. Darating yung pasyente, tatanong ko, may high blood po kayo, diabetes? Meron ho. Meron kayong maintenance? Meron po. Okay, di ba? Kaso, pag check namin ng vital signs, sobrang taas ng BP. Nasa 200, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos sabi ko, iniinom nyo naman tong maintenance nyo? Opo, iniinom ko po. Sabi ko, nainom naman ng maintenance. Tapos pagtingin ko ng dose, yun yung pinakamababang dose ng maintenance na gamot na yun. Ma'am, sir, kailan niyo pa po ito iniinom? Matagal na. Matagal na ho. Oo, may 5 taon ko na iniinom bago pa nag-pandemic. Tapos tatanungin ko, simula ho ba nung nabigay ito sa inyo, nag-follow up na kayo? Ay, yun ho. Binigyan na ako ng gamot eh. Napapakamot na lang ako ng ulo. Ibig sabihin, hindi na nag-adjust yung gamot niya dun sa sakit niya. Also, eto pa, kapag kami, lalo na yung mga diabetes, high blood, ganyan, kapag binibigyan namin yan ng gamot sa unang beses, hindi naman namin ibibigay sa inyo yung full dose, todo agad. Hindi namin ito todo yan agad. Mamaya bigla namang bumagsak. Tawan nyo dun sa gamot na binigay namin. Hindi para mag-follow up sila eh. Para may bayad ulit. Hindi yun. Kaya kayo fina-follow up dahil tinitimpla pa, ina-adjust pa. Kita nyo, pagka nakuha na namin yung stable na dose, yung etong dose na to nung gamot, okay na yung BP niya. Minsan ang follow up mo niyan after 6 months na o after 3 months. Matagal na. Kasi nakuha na namin eh. Nahuli na namin yung tamang dose. Kasi iba-iba yan kada tao eh. Kahit pa sabihin natin 50 milligrams dito, bumaba na yung BP niya. Yung 50 milligrams para sa'yo, maaaring hindi bumaba yung BP mo. And that is why, pinapa-follow up namin kayo. If you have any questions, put it down in the comments. Like this video, share nyo dun sa mga kakilala nyong ayaw mag-follow up. See you guys on the next one. Peace. I don't think naiintindihan ng tao.
Narinig niyo? Okay.
Yes, Doc.
Sorry hirap pala bagong technology ito. Rears. Okay. At least natututo ako ng konti. Okay, so the floor is now open for questions, comments, suggestions, okay, or sharing of experiences. No? Okay. Anybody who wants to ask questions, comments? So alam na ninyo yung difference between follow-up and check-up. Follow-up is usually merong initial visit. Ang requirement doon, initial visit, especially to the same doctor, no? Okay. Or kung minsan pwede ding different doctors nagpa-follow up kayo to another doctor, but usually dapat usually same yung follow-up noon refers to the same doctor in which you did the first checkup. First visit, no? Okay. Pag pumunta kayo sa ibang doktor, probably ang unang visit niyo sa ibang doktor, second doctor, will just be, it's either a check-up or a, uh, a visit to solve your problem. Hindi pa follow-up yon, no? And then, after the second visit to your second doctor, you can now call it a follow-up. Follow-up, no? Kung pinapabalik kayo at kung bumalik kayo sa kanya, no? Okay, follow-up na yon. Okay? So, importante yung follow-up. As I said, yung dinagdag ko, yung diagnosis. No? Importante sa akin yon kasi habang nagpa-follow up ako, I want to make sure palaging tama ang diagnosis ko. Hindi nagbabago. No? Okay. Sa medicine kasi kuminsan nagbabago. Kuminsan nagkakamali rin ng mga doktor, nagkakamali ng mga, parang yung mga ultrasound, nagkakamali rin, di ba? Okay, kaya may follow up. No? Ganon. Okay. So, any questions? Okay. Any questions?
Wala na po, Doc.
Wala na. Diana, may tanong ka?
Naintindihan naman po, Doc.
Okay. So, kailan ang unang check-up, unang consult mo sa akin, Diana?
Kalimutan ko na May 12, or basta May. First week ng May.
Yung first time na pumunta ka sa akin, May.
Yes po.
Okay. Then, yung subsequent visit mo sa akin, anong tawag doon?
Follow-up check-up na po.
Follow-up. Follow-up muna. Kasi,
Hindi, initial check-up muna yung una po.
follow-up muna kasi nag-biopsy tayo. Di ba?
Yes po.
Nag-biopsy tayo, then we have to know the results. So another visit will be the follow-up. Follow-up muna. Na? Okay. And then, nung na-operahan na kita, at this stage, if you visit me, anong tawag ngayon doon? Follow-up or follow-up check-up?
Follow-up pa din po, Doc.
Follow-up
Kasi
kasi we will
pa
still
na-resolve yung,
determine.
ongoing pa po yung yung treatment, or ongoing pa yung sakit, hindi pa siya na-resolve as in.
Kasi hinihintay pa natin yung ERA, PRA mo, di ba? Okay.
Yes.
So we will still decide. It's an ongoing medical care. We will decide what to do after, no? Kung nagsabi natin, after the ERPR, sinabi, example lang hindi to sana mangyari na wala ka nang kailangan ng gamot like chemo, ganon, no? Then I will tell you, like, magaling na yung sugat mo, lahat. Then I'll tell you, balik ka sa akin after 1 month. Na? After one
Yes.
month, that's still a follow-up. Na? Follow-up pa rin
Yes.
yan. Na? Okay. Okay. So, kumisan, we can add follow-up / check-up. na kasi wala ka ng problema, di ba? Basta monitor na lang natin kung may recurrence, kung may problema, na? Okay. So you can call it follow-up / check-up, na? Okay.
Yes po.
Pero kung meron ongoing medical care active, we just call it follow-up, 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 na? Okay?
Yes po. Dok, tanong ko lang po, sa
Oo.
Tuesday po ba ay meron kayong consultation face-to-face sa Maddox?
This week?
This coming Tuesday po.
Meron. Tuesday meron.
So I will go
Meron.
there at Maddox kasi kuha ako ng result ko po sa sa PGH.
Yeah.
I will go there
I-reserve kita ng slot. Medyo puno na, pero i-reserve kita ng slot. Okay.
Kahit po Dok, kahit po Dok sa panghuli na lang kasi ayun nga sabi ko marami akong kuhanin na documents para isang lakad ko na lang po Dok kasi medyo malayo eh.
Okay. Yung huli, baka wag na maabutin alas 5.
Hindi naman po, kahiya naman po Dok. Kasi po Dok,
Okay.
till 1 p.m. po daw yung sa documentation, yung sa mga like medical docs doon. So, I need to go early para makapunta ako, makuha ko yung lahat ng documents ko sa PGs. Then I will follow you in the Maddox po for check-up, for
Okay.
follow-up.
Okay. Sige, follow up. Okay, that's another reason why you follow up with your doctors. You need an extra reason ito. You need all your documentation. Di ba? Okay. Tama?
Tama
That's
po.
another reason why you have to follow up with your doctor. No, that's additional reason. No, kailangan niyo yung mga documents for your SSS, GSIS, no, gano'n, no. Okay, medical certifications, no. Okay. At the same time, habang ginagawa yung certificate, na-educating kayo what you have, no? Nagbibigyan kayo ng moral support of your present condition, no? Okay? So, ina-apply ko lang yung mga yung learning that we have on follow-ups, no? Okay. So, any other questions, concerns? Sinong lahat naman kayo nagpa-follow up rin sa akin, di ba? So, lifetime follow-up for those who have cancer, lifetime ang follow-up. Na? Okay. And then, kung wala namang recurrence like Iseni, no? So, ang tawag doon, follow-up check-up. Na? Okay. Kung merong mga recurrence na, okay. Mukhang wala naman sa inyo, no? Okay, kung may recurrence, may problema, we call that follow-up, ang tawag doon, follow-up pa rin, di ba? Follow-up, no? Okay, kasi may sakit pa, no? May recurrence, no? Ipa-follow up natin until ma-resolve yung problema, no? Okay. 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 Any more concern, questions? Malinaw ba yung follow-up? Okay. Anything, Abet, you want to say about the patient's practices on follow-up? As a secretary, nagpa-follow up, mahirap i-follow up sila, no?
Yes. Pero most of our patients naman are doing follow-up check-up with us. Follow-up or follow-up check-up. So most especially those cancer patients and those patients who are regularly monitoring their illnesses, whether have cancers or without cancer. So as far as I'm concerned, the years that I've been your secretary, halos lahat naman ng pasyente namin keeps on coming back for follow.
Hindi lahat. Iba
But most
nawawala.
of them, yeah, but most of them, yung mga very active pa rin. Yung mga hindi naman na active, normally yung mga cysts or mga other diseases, but those with cancer afflictions, nagpa-follow up naman sila for check-up, for
Okay.
monitoring.
Okay. So, ganun yun, no? In my practice, number one, as I said, gusto kong i-follow up kayo on my part, on my perspective. Gusto ko kayong i-follow up para alam ko kung anong nangyayari sa inyo and then matulungan ko kayo, no? Ngayon, kung ayaw niyo mag-follow up sa akin, wala na akong gagawa. Tama? Okay. And then, yeah, it's beyond my control kung ayaw niyo sa akin, ayaw mo kayo mag-follow up, no? Bahala na kayo, di ba? So it's either wala kayong follow up, no? Ayaw na niyo pumunta sa doktor o pumunta kayo sa ibang doktor, okay lang sa akin, no? Okay. So basta importante sa akin, kung ayaw niyo sa akin, hindi na kayo bumabalik sa akin for one reason or another, malayo, no? Ganon, no? Then go to another doctor. Okay lang sa akin. No? Okay. So I just want to emphasize the importance of follow-up. No? Okay? So if there are no more questions, wala na? Last call? Let's, Ray, Benjamin, last statement from you. Ray Benjamin is back in
Hello.
the Philippines.
Yeah, I think yung follow-up, check-up, importante dyan yung patient, yung rapport sa patient, yung relationship ng doctor and patient. Because kung yun, hindi nagkakasundo yung patient and yung doctor, syempre baka hindi na mag-follow up doon. Pero kung trusted naman ng patient yung doctor, tuloy-tuloy lang yung follow-up sa kanya. So it's really the relationship of the patient-doctor and the rapport and the relationship you build with your patients, the doctor and the patients po.
Okay. Sige. So, thank you, Ray. No? So, kung wala nang tanong, we'll call it today. We'll see each other next week. So, handa ako another topic. Meron kayong topic na gustong i-lecture ko next week? Merong specific topic? Wala. Bahala na ako. Okay. Kung wala na, we'll call it a day. We'll see each other next week. Thank you for attending this Zoom.
40 minutes in the traffic. It's a very productive use of time.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you po,
important
Dr. Ray.
Bye-bye.
Have a
situation,
nice weekend.
right?
Okay, Ren. Okay.
Po.